Okay, so we're slightly behind schedule, but it is what it is. Right now we are going to be talking to Nancy and Dawn about the presses. About the new presses. This is a quick technology overview about what Konica Minolta and Xeikon have released since this all started. What maybe you would have seen at a trade show in America, what you certainly would have been seeing at Drupa, and we wanted to, take some time on Elevate Print to help people elevate print through their print services. And these ladies might discuss a technology that might be right for your business. So listen and we'll find out. Dawn Nye is the Solutions and Service Marketing Manager at Konica Minolta. She creates seamless integrations of solutions and services, hardware, and for what the customer needs. And the customer would be printers in this case, based upon what their customers need. Dawn was a champion of Project Peacock, and beyond that, she is one of the most connected people I know, as well as being one of the most active activists, I'm going to say, when it comes to student education and getting people into the printing industry. If there is a student event, a student organization, a student outreach, something tells me you can find Dawn around there. So thank you so much for everything that you do for the industry, first of all. Nancy Pappas is the Director of Graphic Arts Sales at Xeikon. All hail Xeikon, my Xeikonis. Again, Xeikon, another major supporter of Project Peacock, traveled to all the cities with us last year, as well as Konica Minolta. People absolutely went crazy for your FDA inks, which I hope that you're going to talk about today, because it's very important, especially with all the food, packaging that is now needed. Nancy helps boost sales by providing innovative and progressive expertise in the digital print space. Again, boosting sales for you. And that's how that works. So, okay, we're going to start off with Xeikon. And Nancy, are you using slides? Going to share your screen? If yes, Dawn.
Yes.
And okay, so Dawn, let's you and I go off video. Yeah.
And then, Deborah, the screen I see is on. Can you see it?
No.
Okay, I loaded it.
No, either you needed to have sent me the PDF or share your screen.
Okay.
Which is the second, there you go, sharing your screen. Okay, so that's not working. Okay, so while not really sure what to do about that, Morton, are you there? Can she email your presentation PDF? Meanwhile, if Nancy, why don't you go off video?
Okay. Yes.
And you can talk to Morton in the chat, and we will start with Konica Minolta. Wonderful. So Dawn, I do have your slides, and I'm going to stick them in there for you. And then I'm going to go off video as well.
All right. Thanks, Deb. Well, hello, everybody. I'm going to make this quick because the second feature I have as being an ex-teacher is I can talk really fast. So I'm here to kind of give you a quick update because we have a lot of products for a lot of people. If you don't know who we are, this gives you a feeling of we've been around a while. We've got quite a few employees. We've got offices everywhere. But like all of you, we're relearning how we do business. And so my new role, besides hooking hardware and software solutions for customers, is actually doing videos and closing demos via remotely from our demo center in the early part of the year, we spent a lot of money. I've been working 2 years on a 1,700 square foot demo center, which has every one of the products that you see here on the screen. So if you take a look at our product lineup, we have some inkjet roll fed, we have cut sheet inkjet, we have toner, new toner, we have introductory packaging inkjet presses, we have labeling presses, both inkjet and toner. And of course, then we have our MGI collaboration of embellishment lineup in the center there. You'll see that we are in the textile market, just not in the US. We are looking at bringing that over as demand is more increasing over here. And then we're looking at some future technology. Okay, let's take a lineup of what I call the bread and butter machines. These are our toner presses. So in our light area, we have our C3080 and 3070. Those have been out a while. The C6100 was introduced 2 years ago, and the brand new C14000 and 12000 was introduced last year. And that is the one that we have had the most interest. In this new world, printers are coming to us going, I need more stuff that I can have one operator accomplish. So one, of course, is speed. We've increased the flexibility of our media up to 450 GSM. We can do textured stocks. We can do banner stocks up to 51 inches in length. So if you want to do that trifold, gatefold, you want to do book wraps, all of those kinds of applications that you couldn't do before. We can now do. The resolution is 3600 by 2400. And we now have added, because one person is trying to keep track of incoming jobs, queuing jobs, we have added some quality assurance modules in the middle that do closed loop color configuration. So once the color is set, it's constantly monitoring it. Sorry. We also have a new inspection tool. We've all seen the day where there's a streak or a jet out if you're an inkjet, or any flaw in the printing process. We all have them. What it does is it constantly scans for it. And if it detects one, it actually throws it to an output tray and registers that it needs to reprint that. And if it thinks it's serious enough, it will actually flag the operator to come take a look and make some final adjustments. As well as we introduced and are continuing to introduce some new stacking and inline trimmers. Again, we're trying to eliminate how many people it takes to finish the product. So we're trying to put more and more automation. The new trimmer will actually trim out postcards, business cards. I can do 2 up, 8.5 by 11 on 12 by 18, all trimmed out, put in the stacker. So we're doing a lot of automation within the machine, because that's what customers are asking. They can't have as many people in the room, so we're trying to be more efficient with less. Another product we introduced last year was our digital inkjet. This is a collaboration with Memjet and Webjet in Long Island. So for those catalogs that we get, the transaction printing, that is the market for this particular press. Our KM1, which has just been updated and some new improvements, so it's now the KM1E. I didn't even get a chance to actually look at update my slide, but this is the 23 by 29, or as I call it in designer terms, this is my 6-page full bleed press. So if I want to do a lot of books or booklets or that kind of information, I can get the maximum productivity out of this press in its class. All right, here's my MGI products. All right, and here we have a basic technology. We have introduced at the last show just varnish. So if you're into just varnishing, we have a product for that. We also have a foil and varnish, that's the JD3DS. And then the three next machines up are just different sizes, same technology, it's just larger and larger. So we go all the way up to a full press sheet with our Evo product. And if you're in the label market, we have the 3DW Web, which also does foil and varnish and also has a coating station so it comes off waterproof. So you can do things like wine labels and wine bottles and things like that that, have to have that water resistant feel to them. Again, one of the hot markets, as we know, is short run labels. And so we have taken one of our premier print engines and we put a take up and feeding roll system on it. So we have a wide variety of materials that have already been proven in this engine class to be able to do short run labels. And this product is doing very well for us. If that's the market, it's kind of a mid-range product. But we also have a inkjet. We've collaborated again with Memjet and Precision Label to be able to do an introductory full system, from start to finish. I can print the label, I can seal it, I can die cut it, all in line with this system. So this really works well for prototyping, small manufacturing, a lot of like the SD kind of market that wants to do small runs and you don't want to load up a press or have a minimum run of tens of thousands of labels. I only need 500. That's the market for it. We're also seeing a big interest in packaging. Okay, we all are excited when the UPS or the FedEx or the mailman shows up and brings you your box, or even the pizza box arrives. We're now being more and more interest into being able to customize that box. I keep waiting for my Amazon box to show up with printed on the outside the things that I didn't put in my cart, but I looked at because I know that they're watching me. So there's just one more step in actually advertising. As well, it is the dyes and inks are nearline food packaging, so you can customize corrugated boxes. And of course, the hot market right now is basically wide format. There's not a grocery store, there's not a store I have been in where there has not been signage for where I can walk, where I need to walk, for floor graphic signage. This is a very hot market. In fact, I wanted something personally done and I called the sign shop down the street. He told me it would be 4 weeks before I could get my job. So this is truly a hot market that we have developed. And these here are done with our KM1 inkjet heads. All right, Deb, are there any questions? I know I told and I promised I talk really fast.
You did talk really fast. While we are working out Nancy's slides, I actually want to make a comment, and I've got a question for you.
Okay.
I want to talk about that inspection tool because I think this is going to be something that you're pretty going to be pretty excited to hear, and in the form of a customer testimonial that is going to be a little unexpected for you, but. Basically, I do a podcast called the Printer Chat Podcast, and one of the gentlemen on there is Will Crabtree from TampaPrinter.com, and he has one of your machines with the inspection tools on it. And prior to that, he was specifically in a gang run business, and he had to make sure that people were aware that color is what it is. I mean, I hate to use the phrase, it is what it is, but unfortunately that is what the situation is with gang one printing. They're not going to adjust your blue because it might mess up somebody else's thing. So they, do a let's say the color that they think is great for everything, and then they run it. And now that he has, thank you, Morton. We'll just turn that off while Konica Minolta is talking, if you don't mind. Okay, I could actually stop sharing the slides. Okay. Now that he has your inspection tool, he can actually upsell his print, because even if it's gang run on with the inspection tool, he can say, if you want it accurate, I got you now. So he was able to create an additional business service with this tool, and he actually did he actually spoke about it on a podcast. So
Oh, that's cool.
I'll make sure that you get that. But I think that's really an interesting point to bring up on how something like that could be used to upsell. If you're going to say, if you care about color, I've got you, but it doesn't slow down the productivity in the print shop. Any comments about that?
Yep, very much so. In fact, just before I came on here, I just sold two 12,000s with the inspection tool on just the inspection tool new feature. He's been a prior Konica Minolta user. He took one look at this and said, you know what, this is going to give me more uptime, more ability to get prints, and I don't have to spot check because the machine is doing all of that with me. It's constantly checking front to back alignment, so you don't have to worry about cutting. The wastage is down. If it does detect a flaw, it kicks it out. It doesn't count it. It goes back. So when you pick up your run stack, you know you got what you put in when you ordered what you need for that customer without having to do all that work. And now that we're working more alone, okay, and we're running back with machines, that productivity and that enhancement that I don't have to have that extra personnel is really important to customers.
Okay, and then the other thing is that you mentioned labels before, and I know this is not a new area for Konica Minolta, but we've been hearing a lot of talk. You know, we always hear a lot of talk. You know, everybody should get in the short run packaging and label business, and everybody should be doing this, and everybody should be doing that. And you have a machine, you have technology that can help people do that, but let's talk about who should be doing that. Is it right for every printer? And does Konica Minolta come in, and do you offer any sort of services or guidance in how to actually create that business, which might have a different set of rules for estimating or supply chain and so forth?
Deb, yes, we do. In fact, we have just at the beginning of the year reorganized to put more business development people in the field in that market. So when we sell a press, we don't leave you alone. I also think that it's important that you're right. Not every printer needs a label press. It depends on the market you're in. And as you always say, the best thing you can do is talk to your customers to know what else are they printing? What else do they need? It's a constant change, and both our brand owners and suppliers, theirs always changing. So if you don't talk to them, you won't know what else you can service or add to your portfolio to deliver to them. And I think that's such a key thing. And that's what I loved about some of your other podcasts, is that it's like communication is the new key. Listening is the new key. Okay. And it's been a new challenge being remote. All right.
Yeah.
But we're all adapting. I'm getting more and more used to having many more meetings online, doing complete businesses online. I queue jobs from my desk down to New Jersey from Connecticut. Okay. So we're all adapting. And I think that's, and at first it was stressful. Now I find it creative.
Yeah.
Okay. How can we solve that?
Yeah, some of the other manufacturers have pivoted to online demos. Are
Yep.
you guys doing that as well?
Yep. In fact, I have 3 today. I've done 2 and I got 1 more today. So we have set up cameras and personnel, and we're full-fledged, just like you're standing right next to us. We've got 360 cameras. We got Zoom cameras. So you can actually see just like you were in the demo. We usually try to, I find it best, they'll send us their files, we'll produce them. So an hour or 2 before the actual demo, they'll get a packet on their desk. So they're actually seeing us produce their work while they're looking and touching it and seeing it.
I love that.
All right. And so our percentage of people going, yes, that's exactly what I need, they're starting to understand, yeah, that's a box and it prints. The important part is what it prints, how
Correct.
it prints.
Exactly.
It's the output. So if that meets your needs and goals, you don't need to come and kick the tires.
Right. And that was really, pretty much the whole point of Project Peacock, which was to
Yep.
show the buyers at the agencies and brands and the students who might be interested in joining us, the cool things that print can do now. People are asking for your slide presentation. At
Yep.
the end of this webinar, Karis Kopp is going to put your LinkedIn link there, so everyone just connect with Dawn, and I'm sure that she will get you what they need. Okay, so Dawn, if you could turn your camera and your mic off.
Can I
And
have one more minute?
oh yes, of course, please. I'm so
Okay.
sorry, but we're going to come back
No.
at the end. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to give my plug to my brand new school. Scottsdale Community College is up and running with their program and their new press. Okay, so another future place to hire operators.
Excellent. And we're going to, I want to circle back with you on students, after this 3 days is over. Okay, so if you can go on off camera, and Nancy, are you here now?
Yes.
Excellent. If you could come on camera,
Okay.
and I am happy to say that we have your slides now. Yay! Thank you, Morton.
Thank you.
This is why you need Morton around. One thing, if you could just move your mic a little away from your face, it's a little hot. A little. I'm sure that'll be great. Okay. You know how to use the controls, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to turn this over to Nancy Pappas from Xeikon. All hail Xeikon.
Thank you, Deb. First of all, I would just want to say thank you for including Xeikon in this great event, Elevate Print. I'm excited to be added, Deborah, to your agenda. And I'm Nancy Pappas. I'm, as she mentioned, the sales director for Xeikon North America. And I'm new to Xeikon. I joined in January of 2020 after a long career in print elsewhere. So new to Xeikon, not to print. Going to share with you some of the things that I learned in my 7-month journey here at Xeikon. And really, I really began to understand that Xeikon is actually kind of the best kept secret, I think, in the industry. Not particularly well known among many of my previous commercial print businesses, but very, very strong in terms of having been in the product in this particular industry with new products and services throughout our 30 years. So Xeikon came to market with a DCP-1 and back in 1993, and 30 years later, this year, we have the 5th generation, an SX30,000 press, which we're very, very proud to announce this year. And I will share a little bit more about, but you can see a very rich product history of presses that we've come out with, continue to innovate and create new technologies for our customers and for the market. Xeikon is in 3 markets primarily. We are in labels. We print on label presses. We have presses that print labels, graphic arts. And in graphic arts, we support the commercial print business and also the implant business with our graphic arts presses. And we also do packaging. I will share a little bit about these products. But before I do, I want to share with you why I was so excited to come to Xeikon and where our business is pre-COVID and also during this time of change in the industry. Basically, of course, COVID affected every industry, including our own in print. In January and February in graphic arts, Xeikon, you can see here in the graph in red that the Xeikon clicks were actually ticking up. So our customers using Xeikon printing presses were up about 18% year over year over prior year clicks on their Xeikon presses. And this is a North America number. And so quite proud. And we were very, very excited because we had the SX30,000 coming on board the latter part of this year. Of course, no one expected. We had actually a pre-Drupa event in February. We had a lot of interest in what Xeikon was coming out with. No one could have anticipated that in March, April, May, and June, we would have had such a dramatic occurrence in our business due to COVID-19, and also it affected every business, including Xeikon's customers. And we did see a downtick in volumes. Some of our implants shut down altogether during April and May, and are now just becoming back online. So we do see that July, lo and behold, numbers are about back to normal, and Xeikon clicks our customer clicks are really returning. Labels did not experience any sort of change, or maybe even an uptick in volume. So Xeikon's business in North America is made up of our graphic arts market segment as well as our label market segment, two to come together. We see an overall good uptick in business. In fact, if you include our label business, our presses are year over year up in volume, and I'm very, very optimistic in terms of the return to print very quickly here in 2020, and just in time for our new product announcements that are coming out. So I'm going to share some of that with you. Xeikon's product portfolio. We have the SX30000 being introduced to North America. We will have a launch event coming up September 17th. We will have invitations sent out to any of you that would like to attend that product announcement. It is the fastest B2 press on the market, and we're extremely excited about its capabilities. 98 feet per minute, equivalent to 428 8.5 by 11 sheets per minute. So it's extremely fast, productive, high quality digital press. That's the SX30000. The CX500 came out recently. It's a 98 feet per minute press, simplex press. It prints a lot of our wall decorations as well as label applications, and a wide variety of applications are done on the Cheetah, the CX500. For industrial needs like floor graphics and for label presses that need that industrial type of UV inkjet, we have the Panther series, the PX3000, and also 2000. What is unique about sort of Xeikon is that we protect the investment, because through license upgrades and things like that, you can increase the capability after you make your initial purchase. So a press could be sped up, can change its capabilities after the base configuration. We have a couple of other, we have finishing and inline finishing that automate the entire process. So the wall deco suite takes the Xeikon press and then matches it up with finishing, so you have an automated wall decoration solution. We do the same with label and folding carton solutions. So many of our presses are built to order based on the customer's requirements for automation, and allows for extreme high productivity using the presses. We also have a very exciting announcement coming out in September 15th. We'll be making another press announcement about the Idera. The Idera is a corrugated packaging solution, and it is going to be a new, innovative announcement, as of course, continuing with our food safe capability. It's a food safe water-based ink solution. And imagine with e-business being up with COVID-19, a lot of people are making their online orders and online shopping. This is going to be a new innovative product to allow branding and personalized packaging just in time for online shopping this Christmas. So virtual demos will be available beginning in September. So next month, we can schedule those. Xeikon complements our equipment that we provide to the market with a whole set of solution and services to support volumes and work that our customers print on the presses. And even to the fact that during this time, we have started these series of tech talks, which really help Xeikon users through a series of seminars where we help build volume on our Xeikon presses by talking about maybe in-demand applications such as labels or floor graphics or signage, and new applications that may bring additional volume to current Xeikon users. So this is part of the Accelerate program, which is really to help customers, once they purchase a Xeikon press, to optimize the use of that press. So a lot of capabilities and rich trainings and services being provided through the Accelerate program. One of the things that I found too is that Xeikon being smaller, very long-term organization, we tailor a lot of our offerings, premium services and trainings to customer needs, and have a great way of being able to offer a great deal of variety of services because of our ability to tailor those to the demands of the market. Here are really what's quite busy of a slide, but so I apologize. But I wanted to reiterate really why I think the Xeikon has some of the best kept secrets, because we really have, with the SX30000, the fastest B2 press, and yet it also has a variety of attributes that really make it unique to the market, as well as extremely productive. So at 1200 DPI, it is a 5-color press that prints CMYK, extra gamut of color, or Pantone spot color. So image quality is not an issue. We do down to 1-point fine text, and so high image quality at rated speed. Ability to print on a variety of substrates, because we print labels all the way to paper stock. So 40 to 350 GSM, a very, very wide variety of substrates, coated and uncoated. And there's no pre-treatment needed on the paper, because it's just printing toner. So competes really even against inkjet in cases, because it's just plain inexpensive offset paper. No drying time, no see-through. When you go into the lighter tissue weights and the Bible stocks, the toner technology is quite effective. Of course, eco-friendly because of FDA-approved toner. So it allows that our output can be close to or next to food items. And productivity, I think it can't be stressed enough, the productivity of a roll-to-roll system that Xeikon has designed in a toner-based product that is extremely fast. So imagine now being able to do 2 paper changes in one shift. A 26-foot roll of paper will run for 4 hours straight, 80 pounds, 26,000 feet, and will not require any paper changes except twice in a shift. And that makes it extremely productive. We see a lot of Xeikon presses in environments where one operator is operating maybe 2 or 3 engines. And that productivity has been extremely important to our customer base during these COVID times, as they've had to be very, very cognizant of how much labor is actually in the print shop. And being able to have a highly productive machine has been extremely a good advantage of the Xeikon users today. On the right-hand side, you can see the effectiveness of the B2 SX30000 and any of the Xeikon presses is being able to print more up and have less paper wastage, and really end up optimizing the SX30000 on top of its 98 feet per minute, really being able to print much more of the applications per minute because of its extreme optimization in the layouts that you can get to. We just came off of the Inkjet Summit, so Xeikon attended the Inkjet Summit. We found that inside the TCO, some of the effectiveness of the Xeikon really is that for a very minimal or very competitive investment, fixed investment up front, the Xeikon also competes very well on a total TCO because of the advantages of the roll-to-roll substrate, the lesser cost of just using plain paper rather than a treated paper, and the fact that the fixed costs are less. So we are very, very excited about the introduction of the Xeikon SX30,000 in September here, and I think that it offers a unique value proposition in the market that we're very anxious to show customers. Our virtual demo sites have been up, and they've been up and running since probably about March, maybe even April this year. We've been running numerous demonstrations at one of our innovation sites. We have one in North America in Itasca. We also run them from Lear. All of our products are available for demo. We also do benchmarks for the customer and have those benchmarks run during our demo. So it's been an extremely great way to continue to communicate the product capabilities, especially since we have so many new products coming to market this year.
Okay, excellent. We do have one question. Does the system, I believe this is for you, from Joe Noonan, does the system have any advantages for helping finish the printed product and survive mail sorting machines, for example?
Oh, good question. Probably is for us. So yes, you can inline finish the products for mail sorting. And one of the areas, we add some wet varnishing and finishing in line to the product before it goes out to protect the toner going into the mail. So yes, absolutely.
Okay, and I just wanted to go back and harp a little on the FDA ink because that is a big differentiator. First of all, can it be used for cannabis situations, for those types of edibles and things like that? Is that a use that some of your customers are using it for?
Yes, it can. It can. The food safe toner that we use allows the printed product to be next to food products that you put in your mouth, and cannabis is, of course, covered as far as that. So as part of packaging, it is certified or compliant, FDA compliant.
And what other uses, just to let people have some ideas about what other uses that would apply here so they can understand why this is a differentiator?
What kind of uses? We go on a lot of food packaging, and so with our label, there is no bleed through, and there's no contamination to the food product. So it can go. Some of the other uses is really onto toys, or some of our labels may go onto toy packaging, things that kids may put in their mouths.
Yeah.
So on top of, you don't think of normally eating, let's say Legos, or but through our heat transfer product, we transfer images onto any sort of plastics and lots of other kinds of products that may transfer onto the mouth. And so
yeah, I've seen, I know at Project Peacock, you guys brought paper cups that could be that were treated so it was food safe and things of that nature. Okay, I'm going to turn off your presentation, and if Dawn can come back on camera, that would be awesome. Turn your mic on, please. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have a few more minutes. I want to dare to talk about the future past this week, past this hour, and, as far forward as you want to take it. And I want to talk about printers out there who need data for decisions, who are going to be making an investment in not just your technology, but also honestly, if your company's going to be here. And I'm not saying that in a rude way, but every day we see that companies are shutting down and filing for bankruptcy, and these are companies I'm sure we all thought were going to be here our entire lives. So with that being said, I did want to give you each a chance to talk about, is an investment in your company going to pay off, and how, if you want to talk about any conversations that you're having internally about how the industry moves forward with you.
Sure. I'll start, and then with that, I think that one of the things that extremely optimistic that Xeikon's business pre-COVID was in a very, very high growth area already, with 18% clicks year over year being built on Xeikon print engines, with a lot of new products coming onto the market. And then because the product mix that we're in, we're seeing a very, very slight effect in decline for our customers. And I think that that's because we are strongly in the food labeling and some of the packaging areas, which is actually extreme. We've experienced some higher than normal growth. But overall, when we come out of this, which we are already seeing Xeikon customers do, as being flat in July and probably in August, we are positioned to continue to service our customers exactly as the way we have in the past. And we had actually, I was an addition in January, part of the growth that we were planning for, and we're going to start seeing that growth, I think, with these two new products. I do not have any concerns with being able to support or have our customers experience any change in the kind of support that they would expect from Xeikon, only maybe more of an increase, because I think that our customers are seeing good results on their Xeikon engine, being very, very productive, labor efficient, and paper efficient in the way that they're used. So should not be any concern. I think that we're going to see some good growth, and that Xeikon is well positioned to pick up. Just like some of our printers will be, in terms of changes in the industry where there's fewer players, we're positioned, I think, well to pick up some of the growth that will come out of this.
Excellent. And you guys did an amazing launch online. You had an amazing event. I was so jealous. It looked like Philip and the guys in Belgium were in the Star Trek Enterprise Command Center. I was very jealous about that. So I need a Star Trek Command Center. I'm assuming that people can access that information from Xeikon.com. But Karis has put the information for Nancy and Dawn. I'm getting to you, Dawn. I'm not wrapping it up. I just wanted to remind everybody that you can connect with Nancy on LinkedIn and find out where the replays are for all of that launch, which was fantastic. I was still very jealous. Okay, Dawn, an investment in Konica Minolta. What does that mean to somebody? Can they count on this? How are you going to help them for the next stage of whatever this is? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
I agree that like our printers, the first part of March and so forth, everybody panicked, everybody tightened their belt. I think one of the things we've done for looking towards the future is we took a look at our organization and said, okay, so how can we map our organization to what our customers actually are needing now? So we have more people on support, more people on actually being able to zoom in. I just taught a class with Arizona, okay, online, okay, because I can actually remote into their devices. I can show them what's wrong. So we're being creative. We're no different than the printers out there. Those who are creative and figure out the situation survive. Our R&D investments have not changed. Our product planning has not changed. We think we have a solid roadmap for improvements, and that's always in the constant change. So I'm not worried Konica Minolta is not going anywhere. It's been around for a long time, and it's here to stay.
And again, KonicaMinolta.com, and
Yep. Count on us.
Uh, count on them.
Yes.
And you could connect with Dawn on her LinkedIn profile. I just want to thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your information. If anybody wants the slides, just reach out and they will gladly connect with everybody. So we're going to get ready for the next webinar, but thank you guys so much. Everybody who's in the room, please stay here. Don't leave. We're going to play a video for just a few minutes and for an interim. And thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Deb. See you soon. Hopefully in person.